Hi everyone, New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about saving money, earning money, grocery shopping. Okay, so if you want to know some of my tried and true tips on saving money and earning money and some story around that, then you're in the right place. We're going to go ahead and talk about that today. So let's get comfy and I know it's my second Tuesday tip or Tip Tuesday video, and I normally just do one of these on Tuesday, but man, oh man, I went to the grocery store today and I just sat down. I was putting together my list for this video and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it now. So you got a second video today. Normally I do Tip Tuesday or Tuesday tips just one a day, but man, I really got to say, I wound up spending more money than I wanted to at the grocery store. And I sat down, I was trying to figure out why, because we budget and do all of that. And I realized. So I thought, well, let's do some Tip Tuesday and talk about how you can save some money shopping at the grocery store or not shopping at the grocery store and still getting your groceries. So number one, very first tip is curbside service. That is the one way that I normally shop. It's a game changer. It really is. For parents, it's a total game changer because instead of having to run through the store with kids who are grabbing things, throwing things in your carts, having conversations about why you're not buying them this cookie or these candies or all of these, you're not going through that because you just go online, you pick out what you want, you order it, you pay for it, you drive up, you park under the canopy, and you get your groceries brought out to your car and put in your car for you. Here's the great thing about it. You're not spending more money than you plan. And let me tell you, I know even my daughter does it. She'll like, oh, but mommy, I want this. And you wind up sometimes giving in. I know I do. And so buying things that never needed to be bought, buying sweets and candies that really don't need to be in the house anyways. At least in our household, we like to be healthy. So that's another piece to this is eating healthy. And kids like their candy and they like their sweets. And my daughter is no different than any other kid. And they know how to use those eyes to get, what they want. So I wound up spending more money than I planned. Here's the great thing about curbside service. Some really let you use so I've used two. I've used Fry's or Kroger, and I've used Walmart. Now, Fry's I prefer over Walmart. There is a $5 charge, $4.95 for the service on Fry's. Walmart in our area is free. I don't know if it's everywhere, but in our area, it's free. I prefer Fry's because Fry's will let you just load your card on there, your savings card, and you can go through and look at all your coupons and load up your coupons before you even go, and it just automatically takes it off. Walmart doesn't have that yet. I don't know if they're going to be doing that. They don't really take coupons. The Walmart that I have, they don't take coupons, which is a little frustrating. And then if you do receipts to get money back, like rebates and getting money back, well, then you don't have a receipt from Walmart either. They email it to you and it's not the same. It doesn't count for those things like iBotta and Receipt Hog. So you don't get the discount there either. So you don't get it on the front end and you don't get it on the back end. So to me, Walmart is just my go-to second. I like Walmart for this one reason only, that it does more shopping than just the food, whereas Fry's, it's just basically food unless there's certain things that they have that you can find on their catalog on there that they can go shopping for you. So curbside service is the best way to save money, especially if you use like Kroger or Fry's. I don't know of any of the other grocery stores. I haven't shopped at them. I don't know which ones work really well and which ones don't. But if you have, let me know in the comment section below so all of us can see what you've experienced as far as curbside service. So it's a game changer for me. It really is. I normally on Sunday night, I go through my pantry and I find items. That's number 2 tip. Go through your pantry first before you decide what you're going to get. Make sure that you've used up all the food that you have in your pantry before you go shopping. And if you haven't, get creative in the kitchen and come up with new ideas or new recipes that you can use that food that's in your pantry, so you're saving money again, right? But so that's tip number 2 is the going through your pantry. Raid your pantry, make sure you're using all of those ingredients. And get creative in the kitchen. I do videos on this channel where I talk about getting creative in the kitchen and just coming up with a new recipe just off the fly, just getting creative. It unlocks writer's block. It does a lot of things, and it really just gets my muse flowing sometimes, just being creative in the kitchen. I love cooking with my daughter in the kitchen. It is just so much fun. For us, cooking is a family affair. We love cooking and we love coming up with new recipes and things like that. So on Sunday night, I go through and I usually go ahead and do my shopping. This week, for whatever reason, I think it's because it was a holiday weekend for some of us, that I just kind of got knocked off my schedule. Instead of being home Sunday doing things that I would normally do, we actually went up to a ski resort. So there was a different change in my routine, and it just knocked me off my schedule. And so today I went to the store instead. So number 1 tip, use curbside service. I save a lot of money that way. Tried and true. It really does work. The couponing piece, don't be afraid to do coupons. It works. It really does. And also learning or using the tools like iBotta, Receipt Hog, Checkout 51, Walmart Savings Catcher. These are all rebates. I'll link those up in the video description below so you can go ahead and check them out. But those will get you some great money back as well, as long as you can get the receipt. And like I said, that's why I prefer to use Kroger or Fry's, their service over Walmart, because I get the receipt. So you've got that. And then I'm looking down on my notes to make sure that I don't miss anything. So if I'm not looking at you, it's that way. I want to make sure I'm kind of staying in order, and I'm not, because I'm really going all over the place. So my next tip to you is to plan your meals. Okay. Some people don't like planning their meals, but what I do is I do my shopping and then I prep for the week, and I do a lot of prepping. I cook meals and I prep them up. I store some in the freezer. So that's another tip, store in the freezer. Sometimes we can, whatever it takes, right? But basically I prep my meals for the week. And so it's easy, quick and easy. I can just grab things out, and if we're on the go, I can say, hey, okay, so here is your lunch. It's already been made. I could put it in a little lunchbox. We could take it with us. It's really great. Prepping is really great. If you'd like to see how a mom and a wife and how I prep for my family, it's myself, my daughter, and my husband. If you'd like to see how I prep for my family, I can also do some videos on that. But it definitely saves time. It saves money. We're not eating out. We're not stopping places to eat out, which when you're on the go a lot, you do. So I used to do it all the time. So those are the kind of things that I do before I go to the grocery store. But like this week, I had to go to the grocery store today because I was running out of ingredients. And that's when I got into spending money. So, another one here, I really do want to mention this. I did say freeze, can, and stock away. But I do want to mention this one as well. Gardening. Consider gardening. That is a really great way to save money as well. You can do indoor gardens. You can have like an indoor tomato plant. You can have an indoor herb garden. You can do indoor gardens if you're like us in Arizona, where it's hard sometimes to grow. You can do indoor gardens. You can also do outdoor gardens. But gardening, if you can just go out to your yard and pick head of lettuce for making your salad, you're saving a ton of money. So it does take a little bit of work, but if you're into that, if you have a green thumb, that is a really great way to save money on your groceries as well. All right, so once you've gotten past that piece, now we're going to talk about shopping in the store and how to save money when you're shopping in the store, which I did not do today, which is was not good for me. First of all, always remember that most of the time, the products that are at eye level are the priciest products. So you want to look up and down, not at eye level. And so keep that in mind when you're going through the store, that the priciest items are usually stocked at eye level because that's where everyone looks. And a lot of times you just grab and go, right? That's kind of what I do when I'm in the store because I hate shopping. So I just grab and go, and that's not always very healthy or very, very healthy for my body or my pocketbook. The second thing when you're in the store is looking at generic items. Don't be afraid of generic items. In fact, I've actually done comparisons of generic items, and I'd be happy to do that on this channel too to show you. But I've done comparisons of generic items with brand name items, and they're almost the same. They taste the same. A lot of times, sometimes they even taste better. So generic, just because it's not being advertised and you're not covering the cost of that advertising by paying a little bit more, because that's what's happening with name brands. Just because that's not the case, and you're buying something generic, it's still just as good usually. Just look at the ingredients and make sure that you're comfortable with the comparison, and you will be really shocked when you look at them side by side at how close their ingredient list is in the same order, because we all know that ingredients start with the big or the most or the thing that has the most first, and then the least amount is at the end of the ingredient list. So that's how ingredient lists work. So just keep that in mind, that it really consider generic. It's actually a lot better. And if you are watching this either on the replay or live, if you know of a generic product that is just as tasty or better than the brand name product, leave it in the comment section below and let us know, because we'd love to hear about it. All right, learn sales cycles. If you're gonna shop, whether you do it online or you do it in the store, learn the sales cycles and know which, when the stores put things on sale. And here's a tip. A lot of times there's a pattern. So if you start doing it really, or if you start focusing in on it and knowing what's going on sale and when their sales cycles are and how they run, you're going to know when the meat's going on sale. You're going to know when different products usually go on sale, and you'll be able to grab them on that sale price, because we don't want to go every day to the store. That is not fun. This is what I did. I shopped hungry, and shopping hungry is not a smart idea. Sometimes it happens. I was on the run. I was doing clothes shopping for my birthday tomorrow, and it was getting late and I needed to get everything done. So I wound up shopping a little hungry. And so everything that was sweet and not so healthy for us was the thing that I was looking at. I had a list in my hand. I tried to stick to the list, but I was looking at all the sweets and the goodies and all of that because I wanted to eat. I was hungry, and my brain went to the sweets before it went to, or the unhealthy or the processed food before it went to the healthier food. So keep that in mind. If you're going to go shopping in the store, it's best to go shopping when you're not hungry. If you're shopping online, it's best to go shopping online when you're not hungry. All right, so let's see here. I know I got something else here. Oh, there's 2 more tips for saving money while shopping or grocery shopping. Number 1, and we're actually going to start doing this a little bit more within our household, and that's trying recipes meatless. Going for the meatless recipe. It's a recipe or a meal is just as good sometimes with meat, and sometimes I find myself doing this. Do you do this? Because I do this. I'll literally make a meal with meat in it, and I'll pick the meat out and I'll eat the rest of the meal. I know it sounds crazy, but I do it. And I'd love to know if other people do it too, because sometimes I just don't want to eat the meat. But the meat is one of the most expensive ingredients most of the time in your meal. So try vegetarian, try meatless, try and see how that works. And I'm not saying go meatless and then buy tofu, because tofu can be just as expensive as meat. But just try doing a vegetarian meal. Did you know that sweet potatoes has protein, and it's actually protein alternative to eating meat? I didn't, but I found that out, and I was really interested in trying more sweet potato meals as opposed to eating meals that have other meat sources. Beans are good. There's a lot of different meat sources out there that can get your protein in line, but not necessarily hit you in the pocketbook. That's what I'm saying. All right. And then my last tip for you today is to avoid the inside of the store. A lot of times the outside of the store, the perimeter of the store, the outside aisles in the store, those are the places that are going to have the more natural food, which is healthier, right? And in the natural food is going to be a little bit less expensive than buying processed food. Processed food, we know, we've been told, is not the healthiest for us. We want to, you want to make your own menu. You want to make your own meals. You want to do your best. Sometimes processed food you just have to sometimes, but it's good to try to not, or to limit the amount of processed food that we eat. And so if you're on the inside of the store, you've got all the processed food, and that really does hit your pocketbook. And then you've got on the outside perimeter of most stores, not all stores, because I was looking at my store today, and the outside perimeter isn't the same, but for the most part, the outside perimeter is more the natural foods, and those are going to be a little bit less expensive because you're creating a recipe at home. Whereas if processed food, the recipe's already be created for you, and they're quick and easy to make. I get it. We've all done it. I've done them. I grew up on macaroni and cheese. So we've all had processed food, but if you limit it, it's healthier for us in most cases. Okay, so that is it for my tips today. I know I wasn't planning on doing a second video today, but I just had to hop on and share these tips with you as they were fresh in my mind. Do you have ways that you save money at the grocery store that I didn't talk about in this video? And if watching this video, were there any of these that were new to you, or refreshers or great takeaways that were really helpful for you? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. How do you save money grocery shopping? I'd love to hear that. I know there's other ways out there, so share them if there's things that I didn't cover. All right, so I am New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified when new videos become available. I cover everything from raising a family, being a housewife, being a stay-at-home mom, being a work-from-home mom, because I work from home, but I also do stay-at-home mom stuff. And sometimes I do homeschooling. I'm not, my daughter hasn't really started homeschooling, but that is something that's coming in the future. Being healthy, having a healthy family. We talk about writing and writing tips. Tomorrow's Writing Tip Wednesday. We talk about being an author and self-publishing. I do beauty. I do basically vlogging, lifestyle, being a work-from-home mom who is an author, and everything that entails as far as, different areas of life. That's why we're talking about saving money grocery shopping. So these things sound interesting to you, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. I also do movie and TV reviews. A lot of my reviews are for Netflix right now, but I'm actually expanding out. I'm going to do a review on a couple different channels as opposed to just Netflix here in this coming week. So fun stuff there. Be sure to check out my giveaways this week. I'm celebrating my giveaways all week. Every day there's a new giveaway that I'm hosting on this channel. There's already been 2, Monday and Tuesday. So check those out and get your entries in for those giveaways, because I'm celebrating my birthday with our Brumfield Believer family members, and that's you. So please be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified when new videos become available. Like this video, comment down below, share this video if you found it helpful, share the channel if you find that helpful, help us get the word out. We are on our push for our 1,000 this month, and I'm hoping that we can go ahead and hit that this month. I think we can. We've been climbing daily on a very great pace. So for all of you that are Brumfield Believer family members that have supported this channel, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.